私の夢がブラックシャドウ、地獄の道行きはどうやらお前と私になりそうだ。
キャプテンファルコン。
ファルコンを超えた者だけがファルコンになれる。ユースザク、今日から君がキャプテンファルコンだ。私は死なんぞ。ファルコンアーム。
キャプテンファルコン。
What's up guys, it's NAKAT and I am here with 7 Minutes Dead. He will be helping me create a Captain Falcon guide, guys. Of course, the long-awaited hero of not only F-Zero but Smash. Of course, this guy is the crowd favorite. Personally, my fan favorite when I see Captain Falcon fighting as well. He's just awesome. It's cool to see a character that has been generally crafted not by his series, but through Smash's history and its players. So without further ado guys, let's get straight to it. So the pros and cons of Captain Falcon. Pros, you can see that Captain Falcon is one of the fastest characters in the game. This has been quite common in every iteration of Smash so far, and I don't ever see that changing. Not only is he fast, but he's very powerful. Captain Falcon is a heavy hitter, guys. Therefore, putting on damage and killing your opponent won't be that hard. And to be honest, a character that's also fast and strong is not something that is really common. However, they did try to change that a little bit in Smash 4. As you can see, Bowser and Donkey Kong are also quite quick and very powerful opponents as well. So, Captain Falcon is very heavy, therefore he lives a lot longer in Smash Brothers, essentially, where if you DI, you can extend just how much you live by placing yourself in a particular angle on the screen upon being launched off the stage. Captain Falcon gets aided due to the fact that his weight makes him a lot heavier to send off of the stage, which is something that is very characteristic in many characters. Weight plays a very important role in Smash Brothers, guys, keep note of that. Captain Falcon's grab range is amazing. As you can see, his dash grab allows him to slide a little bit, so you can start the grab early to go into the sliding animation and scoop up your opponent. His edge guarding game is super strong. He can seriously just jump off the stage, back air his opponent, and even get that clean spike for the KO. As I said before, Captain Falcon is very fast and very powerful, but something else that he has is his combo heavy game, where essentially one grab from Captain Falcon can mean a lot of damage just off of a couple moves. Now, even though all that sounds great about Captain Falcon, he definitely has some cons that you need to be worried about, such as his linear recovery. This has been an issue in every iteration of Smash, where Captain Falcon's recovery is one of the most gimpable, aka easy to edge guard recoveries within the entire game, where it doesn't take much to actually knock Captain Falcon out of his up B. You can hit him above him or horizontally. He does have his side B to grab the ledge, but you can also knock him out of that as well, and they don't go that far. So be very careful if you're trying to recover from afar, because you will die. Now, because he is a heavyweight and he falls fast, he is, I would say, very easy to juggle and combo. So if my opponent wants to actually juggle me in the air, it won't take much effort because I do fall fast into my opponent, so it's not hard to rack up damage on Captain Falcon either, as it's easy for him to rack up damage on you as well. Seems like a fair trade. A couple moves require a lot of overcommitment, so if my opponent holds shield and I side B into them, they can punish me very easily off of that side B, because it doesn't take much effort due to the fact that it has so much cooldown. Now, if I try to use the infamous Falcon Punch, you see how much lag there is at the end of that move? It's not very viable, as cool as it is. His down smash, also on block, is easy to punish. So you gotta be careful when you use certain moves as Captain Falcon, because even your dash attack can get spot dodged or shielded and punished. His moves do take commitment, guys. Now, without further ado, let's get into the meat of what makes Captain Falcon Captain Falcon. Getting into Captain Falcon's dash attack. Captain Falcon's dash attack is a very good move used for approaching and starting up combos. As you can see, it pops your opponent up in just the right amount of space to land your other aerial attacks and string together some devastating combos for percent. Now, the downfall to his dash attack is that it takes some commitment, in a sense as to where if my opponent shields it, he can easily shield grab me to punish me for free. Now, it's also good for punishing your opponents due to the fact that Falcon is so fast. So if Peach were to throw out an F smash, I could easily punish her upon charging it up, or if she misses the move entirely. Now, Captain Falcon's dash attack should not be treated lightly, especially if you're fighting against it, because if you get hit by that move, you will take a lot of percent. When you're around 0, I'd say, or early percent, it's very good for comboing, as I said. So be very wary of that. Now, something that is very prominent about Captain Falcon is his jabs. His jabs have gotten really good in Smash 4, in the senses where you still have the infamous gentleman, where you literally just hold A to jab your opponent 3 times, and he pops them with his knee to push them a bit over. It has great knockback and good combo potential because you can chase it into a dash attack because your opponent lands on the ground. If they don't tech the landing, that's a free dash attack for you to pop them up to do even more percent from generally a combo or string. Now, see how he was at a higher percent and I did it? He was able to have more time to tech because he floated for longer. So it's generally best to do that if you want to follow up into a dash attack when they're at lower percents. Now, he also has his rapid jabs, where you can't necessarily follow it up with a dash attack because it pops them up too high, but it's great for gaining a lot of stage control and even knocking them away when they don't have a lot of percent. Now, a little bit extra thing about his jab that is very cool. If Captain Falcon holds out his jab towards the stage, let's see what happens if he gets up attacked. My opponent gets punished. Now be very mindful that depending on how close you space this to the ledge, your opponent can actually hit you with the get up attack. Now let's see what happens when he regular gets up. It's the full onslaught of the jabs. Now jump from the ledge. He eats the jabs. So what does this leave your opponent with? What option, perhaps? Well, let's see what happens if he rolls behind you. You can stop the jabs immediately to read the roll behind and punish them for that. So your opponent is severely limited at the edge when you literally hold jab, due to the fact that it has so much priority over so many moves that it makes it very hard for your opponent to be able to get around it. It puts on an immense amount of pressure at the ledge, and sometimes it may force them to grab to the ledge 2 times, and you know what that means. If they do that, they have no invincibility, and you can just spike at the ledge. Captain Falcon's jab is a very useful tool just to even hold out on stage, not even only at the ledge, because against characters like Sonic, it'll either beat his spin dash or trade with it. Like I said, it has a lot of priority against other moves in this game, so definitely make sure you're using that move to your arsenal. His jab is amazing. One of the best. Captain Falcon's tilts. Captain Falcon has his F tilt, which can be angled upward or downward as well. I'd say it's a really good poking tool and punishment tool, but in all honesty, it's not his best tilt at all. His best tilts are within his down tilt and his up tilt. Whereas if my opponent tries to grab the ledge, and I edge trump them, I have to space myself correctly in order to land the down tilt. As you can see, I missed the first time because I wasn't spaced correctly, but then after I repositioned myself to hit him just with the tip of the foot, I was able to knock him off the ledge. Not only is this move good for pushing your opponent off of the ledge, but it does have kill potential at higher percents. Now, if I edge trump him and I say up tilt, I can easily spike my opponent off of the up tilt because it now has spiking properties. You don't only have to do the up tilt after you edge trump them. You can also up tilt them when they're trying to necessarily just jump back onto the stage with their second jump. So those are Captain Falcon's tilts in a nutshell. Now let's talk about Captain Falcon's grabs. His grabs are what make him a very, 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 very good character. Well, one of the things at least. Now, if I were to down throw my opponent, it leads into all of my other aerials as well as some of my grounded attacks. So I can down throw into dash attack and it might possibly hit him depending on what percent he has. Now, down throw leads into up air. His nair as well. So strong of a move. Now we also have F-Throw, which is very good for knocking your opponent off the stage, gaining you stage control. Up throw, I'd say, isn't that good because it knocks your opponent too high, but it does put them above you, and you never want to be above Falcon because he is an excellent character at juggling his opponents. And being above Falcon means you're eating 39 up air. Now back throw. Back throw is very good, specifically at the ledge, because if you back throw your opponent at the ledge when they're at very high percents, it can spell death for them. So if my opponent comes to me and I grab and back throw him at the edge, it might be over. That's that. Now, another cool thing about down throw is if I down throw my opponent at the ledge, it puts him off stage immediately and puts him in a situation where he can get edge guarded very hard. In some cases, it'll allow me to spike my opponent because they'll try to air dodge after the down throw. You read the air dodge, and then you just spike them. Captain Falcon's aerial game is devastating, in the sense as it does so much damage and it sets up for so many kill opportunities. For example, we're going to start with his best, his up air. His up air does a lot of percent and it comes right out of his grab. Therefore, it's a very easy aerial to set up into. Now, off stage, your opponent gets put in a situation where they don't want to die, so they're more prone to air dodge. But what if I hit them with an up air and then I chase them with a second jump and spike them? Let's see what that may look like. As you can see, I actually missed the spike, but I forced the air dodge because my opponent thought I was going to do another up air due to the fact that the move chains into itself. So be very wary of that off stage. Even on stage, if I were to up air again, my opponent will air dodge and I can just bait that and up air them again. Very strong move. It can also be used as an approach. All you have to do is run to your opponent, turn around, and back air. I like to fast fall the back air so I can reach the ground a lot faster. So be very mindful of that. However, it will have a tad bit of lag when you fast fall the back air into the ground, so you don't always want to fast fall it. His short hop nair is also very good in the sense that it's lagless upon falling to the ground. His up air as well. His aerials don't have too much cooldown besides his dare, where your dare you really want to use when your opponent's off stage. However, you can use it on stage to try to set it up into a knee because your opponent's in a hit stun. So let's try that. I almost had it, but you can see where I was going. When your opponent is at enough hit stun, it becomes guaranteed. At this percent, I can't actually do it because he can just air dodge through it. But then I can bait the air dodge and land the knee. Off stage though, air dodging against, if they air dodge immediately out of a down throw, it's a death sentence. You read the air dodge, jump off, and just spike them for the kill. Now Nair is really good because it chains into Falcon's other aerials. So I can down throw Nair into up air for free. It's a very good aerial that people underuse. They don't approach with it as well, which I feel like is kind of bad in a sense because you can use it definitely against taller characters because it will be able to catch it. His Nair's not bad, guys. Definitely use it. But these are Captain Falcon's aerials. Now, his up air is also able to lead into his knee at kill percents. I'm going to show you exactly how. So first, we want to get some percentage on this Falcon. Won't be too hard. So I have him at 54%. If I hit him at least one more time, watch what happens. So 68%, if I fast fall the up air into my opponent, I may be able to actually knee them right out of it for an early kill because they're in enough hit stun and I'm able to act fast enough where it's guaranteed. Captain Falcon's aerials allow him to also edge guard his opponents very hard. As you can see, I can run up and back air my opponent when they're trying to recover, resulting in a stage spike, or I can hit them from this angle as well. Another thing I can do, of course, is the famous spike. People love seeing Captain Falcon spike his opponent. Of course, don't go too low, because you'll end up dying. Nair is also a tool I can use to edge guard my opponents as well. If I read their jump, I can easily nair them away, and at higher percents they'll go further, allowing me to edge guard them even more. Let's get into Captain Falcon's smash attacks, guys. So, the People's Elbow, of course, is still in this game, and can still be angled upward and downward. Of course, you can go straight with it as well. Now, this move has a lot of kill potential, especially due to rage and Captain Falcon's overall strength. So if I am to F-smash my opponent at the ledge, that could spell an early death at as little as 81%. Now keep in mind, Captain Falcon is a heavy character and I killed him at 81%. What percent do you think Game & Watch will die at? Zero Suit Samus. I've died at 40% before as Zero Suit. It's insane. Especially with rage in the game, guys. Captain Falcon's scary. You don't want to take damage from this character, but it's kind of hard not to. Now, his F-smash may be good, but don't forget about his up smash, which still has that sliding ability where you can up smash while running and it'll slide a bit further with the actual attack. Now, this move does kill at later percents, but you can kind of see how it also sucks your opponent into the move itself as well. Now, Captain Falcon still has his down smash that covers both in front of him and behind him. It's still a very good kill move, especially at the ledge. If your opponent rolls behind you, you can catch them with the down smash as well, due to it covering both sides of you. It does have startup though, so you have to be very mindful of that, where your opponent might be able to hit you before the dash attack before the down smash even comes out. And those are Captain Falcon's smash attacks. Last but not least, we're gonna get into what makes Captain Falcon special. The specials. So check this out. You have Captain Falcon's up B. It's infamous in the sense that it really hindered him in his previous games that he was. Simply because it's super linear and you can easily get punished out of it. Now, check this out. Watch what happens if my opponent stands at the tip of the edge. I can up B over the ledge to punish my opponent due to the fact that his up B is a command grab. Now, recovering with up B is not that good because no matter how low I go, it stops my momentum just for a second. Any really talented player will be able to react to that very fast and punish Falcon for that. Now, his up B did receive a lot of vertical improvement, but horizontally, it's still not up to snuff. In a sense as to where if I went super far out like this, I'm gonna die. I can also side B to the ledge. However, that is also very linear because I can get hit right out of it, or any opponent that stands above me can just spike me out of my side B. It's super easy to punish. So recovery, you gotta be really creative with Captain Falcon. Don't always succumb to using your, let's say, up B or side B. If you're in enough range to just use your second jump to grab the ledge, you should definitely just opt to do that, because a lot of people don't expect that. They literally wait for Falcon to use his up B or side B to recover. Now, in terms of his side B kills extremely early. It got a significant buff since past iterations of Smash, where in Melee it was used to really combo people. In this game, if I want to kill you, I'm using side B to close out that stock. It is one of his best kill options, and against lighter characters, some characters can die at as little as 100 to 90%, especially with Captain Falcon having rage. It's nuts. The move is insane, but again, if my opponent shields it, it's a free punish. His down B is also a kill option, but a lot riskier with still a lot of startup. Falcon Kick isn't that good in my opinion, and it's not a move that is commonly seen in tournament at all. Now, when I said that you could stand at the ledge and up B your opponent to command grab them, that's true. But if you find your opponent shielding and you run to them, you can always just up B to grab them out of it if you want to look stylish. His neutral B, the infamous Falcon Punch. You're able to turn it around upon startup. All you have to do is literally hit special and the direction that's opposite of you in which momentum you're going at the same time to turn around and Falcon Punch. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think that this move is competitively viable? It's not. The move has way too much startup. It's literally used to either disrespect your opponent or to just be that flashy god. If you want to go for that finisher off stage with Falcon Punch, you can try it. But if you die, you deserve it. So where do I currently see Captain Falcon in the meta? Well, I think Captain Falcon is 100% a top 15 contender. What keeps him out of the top 10 is that hindering recovery of his. However, he does have all the other tools and attributes that do make him possibly, very possibly, a top 10 character. But we're just not seeing it yet. Captain Falcon is one of the most exciting characters to watch and to play, and if you want to play Captain Falcon, you have definitely stumbled upon a very good character. We have a lot of Falcon players in the community, and the Ditto is very, very, very famous, so off the bat, you will be a fan favorite. But you gotta get your Falcon better than mine. Let's be honest. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content. Also, you can follow 7 Minutes Dead, which thank you again for helping me. And you can follow him on Twitter and on his Twitch channel. I'll be putting both of these in the description below. Again, guys, have a good one. Peace out.